Good afternoon, good evening, and if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Say I had someone reach out to me and ask me how to do a lawn renovation. They said, hey, really enjoy watching you take a lawn from drab to fab, but I gloss over some important steps, intermediate steps, and I may have lost a few people in the audience. This series is going to be from a drab lawn to a fab lawn and each individual step, and we're going to break it down step by step by step. Step one is removing any debris in the yard that's going to inhibit or block a smooth, level, manicured lawn. There's no better tool out there than a stump grinder. Now, you might have to start with a brush hog, and if you do, look into the quick attach brush thrasher. It's a skid steer quality, durability brush hog mounted to a 3-point tractor. It goes through trees. It's indestructible. I'll break my tractor before I break that. So you might have to start off with brush hogging. With this next renovation job, there is no brush hogging, but there is a stump that we have to go take care of. So we're going to start with that. This is going to be in the next few days, and you're going to see this to this to this to this, and how we transform a lawn. So in this series, this was recommended by you, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll gladly go over in depth the TR3 rake, or tilling, or herbicides, or fertilizers, or tenacity. Follow along, I think you'll enjoy. First thing, we have a logoed truck and we have logoed apparel. So we know who I am when I show up to a client's house. Now, the logo on the truck was just a local vehicle vinyl wrap place. It's not a big deal, but it helps notify who is driving in their neighborhood. Have a logoed shirt with your name, with your website. It helps to make yourself look professional. Are you happy to be you? Then show who you're happy to represent. So that's how I show up to a client. And then I just met with the client. We did our walkthrough. We went over our scope of work. We made sure that expectations were clearly understood, clearly defined, because if I don't know the expectations, I don't know how to get there. But if I know the expectations, I know I can get there. Next thing is, as we go through the yard, I'll show you. He had a maple tree right here. We discussed lifting up the canopy so we could get sunlight down where the grass needs to grow. So on my first initial site visit, it was talking to the client and saying, hey, step one, we need to lift the canopy on this maple tree over there so we can get some sun. Otherwise, no matter what seed I throw at it, I'm just probably not going to have great results. So the client did that, so we met that expectation. Now I got to come out and clear any foreign debris. What's foreign debris? Anything that isn't black organic soil is foreign debris. It could be cement blocks, landscape, rocks, landscape edging, trees, brush. Again, we're going in detail on this one. So some jobs you have to start off with the brush hog and start taking off your brush that way. This is a front yard of a city lot. There's no brush per se, but there is an old stump that we need to address. There was rocks around it and edging and that kind of stuff. So we're going to take a walk over there. I'm going to show you that we're going to have to use a front end loader with the bucket. We're going to have to scoop out some rocks. Then we brought the stump grinder with. We're going to grind the stump and take out all the foreign debris. Anything that's not black organic soil, we need to address one way, shape, or another. So let's take a walk and I'll show you. So as you can see, there was a prior contractor came in and did a stump grinding and left all the contaminants here, which is one of the reasons why I got into stump grinding, because this is a freaking disaster. This is all, leftover wood chips. You'll never get grass to grow here in 5 years. When wood breaks down, it sucks up the nitrogen. What's the green part in the grass? That's the nitrogen. You want greener grass? Throw more nitrogen at it. This depletes nitrogen. Plus, it's just unsightly. So among the wood chips, there's all these landscape rocks that we're gonna have to get. So that's why we got a dump truck. We're gonna take the front end loader. We're gonna start scooping some of this stuff out, this debris matter. Once we get the contaminated stuff out of here and in the back of Dumpy, then we'll hit it with the stump grinder. The next video in this series, you're gonna see me blowing up the contours, because as you'll see, it falls down over here, comes up over here. There's some weird stuff going on all through here. And oh, by the way, there's all these divots and potholes through the whole thing. And the client actually is saying, he's rattling his teeth just trying to mow. We're gonna flatten all this. We're gonna regrade it. We're gonna blow up this section. That's what the client and the contractor have an agreement for. We got our understanding. We have a rough outline of where we're gonna do that. The only thing left is to get to work. All right, step one, out with the junk. Yeah, that's hard ground. Watch this trick move. Go! Take it out of 4-wheel drive, because we're going to have to do some tight turning. Try not to hit my truck or the mailbox. Why don't I want a bigger machine? Too many reasons. Yeah. Okay, and that took care of pretty much all of the debris. We even exposed the root and some other stuff. Let me show you what we do for roots. Okay. So can you see that exposed root right in front of the bucket? It's the kind of the white shiny part. What we need to do is hook a little bit of it. Don't got to be much. And then we might try to wrap a chain around it if we can't just get it with the bucket here. Differential lock on. Take a look at that. Yeah. Okay. Here's what we got going on. We're gonna take a chain, wrap it around there, yank and pull. That's a big guy. Didn't make it. All right, I'm back on turf. So I did go into four-wheel drive. You go into four-wheel drive, so if you hit the brakes, your front tires can help brake. Now, if you're in two-wheel drive and you hit the brakes, it's only controlling the rear wheels. You only have front brakes when you're in four-wheel drive. Okay, let's get this root out. Presto, that's all you gotta do. That'll be enough. So day one, removing anything that just isn't black dirt. I'm gonna grind here, going that way. We're gonna put up our safety barrier, rock and roll.
Okay, I did gloss over the initial removal of the top soil contamination. It's nothing more than just taking your front end loader and scooping up what you can.
We're gonna take care of all this over here first. Good thing we got our shields in.
And this is one of the downfalls of the 2038R. It is 38 engine horsepower, 31 PTO horsepower, and it's just enough to get this stump grinder to work. I run into problems late in the season when the teeth start getting dull, and it seems like it takes more horsepower when that happens, when the teeth get dull. But we're going to press on, we're going to keep going, and we're going to make it through.
Okay, well, shoot, that's it. I thought we had a little smaller stump. Whoever did it before barely scratched the surface of it. And yeah, we had a mammoth maple stump that we had to get to. Unknown conditions, right? But that's why we got the stump grinder here, is take care of any foreign debris, anything foreign to a nice manicured lawn. Now all we gotta do is scoop up this crap, this debris, excuse me, and throw it in the back of Dumpy. We'll come back tomorrow with the rototiller. We'll till over some of this area. We're gonna bring a one dump truck load of topsoil. We're gonna go over the other maple tree over there, and then we're gonna start grading. So we're gonna till it with the John Deere 665 tiller. Then we're gonna TR3 rake it. Then we're gonna seed it. Then we're gonna cultipack it, and then we're gonna come back with the Aerovator and aerate and overseed the area that we haven't blown up. Stick around. Lots more to this series coming up. Thanks. So, okay, we blew up the stump, took out all the debris, put it in the back of Dumpy here. How much did we take out? Well, that's a 8-foot by 9-foot box by 1-foot side rails, and we're at least a half a foot over that. So almost 2 yards for one stump. At least a yard to a yard and a half. We took some extra stuff out of here also. And that's pretty typical of a stump. Expect at least 1 yard of debris if you want to get the full stump. Now when we hit this stump, I thought we'd only have a little bit to go. Well, it turns out the guy before me did the used car stump grinding service to the client. And as soon as we broke the surface, that stump went kaboof, which is very typical. I thought it would be, smaller than what it was, and it turned out to be, massive. So that's it for, phase one, removing the stump. Now the rest of all this contour lines, doing some weird stuff, that's for the next phase. Stick along, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, if the Bulldog's doing it, you can too.